Okay, good evening, everyone. Uh, our TED Talk came from Mr. Julian Treasures. The title of TED Talk is uh, How to Speak No One to Listens. So, the human voice is the instrumental we all play. Is that the most powerful sounds in the world? Probably is the only one that can start and a word or say I love you. And yet, many people have them. As why is that? How can you speak? Be powerful to make change in the world. What I'd like to suggest, there are a number of the habit that we need to move away from. Uh, I, I, I've assembled for you a pleasures. Here, seven deadly sounds of speaking. I'm not pretending this is a sting, still list, but the seven, I think, are a pretty large habit that we can all fall into. First, gossip. Speaking somebody who's not present, not a nice habit, and we know perfectly will the person's gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us. Second, judging. We know people who are like them. The conversations is the very hard to listen to be somebody. If you know that you are being suggested and found wanted to wanting at the same time. Third, negativity. You can fall into this. My mother is the last years of her life became very negative and I started to listen. I remember one day I said to her, Isa, it's October today. She said, I know it's not a dreadful laughter. Laughter is hard to listen when somebody that negative laughter. And another form of negativity is complaining. Well, is the National of Arts that UK of the UK is our national support. We can complain about the weather, sports, about the politics, about everything, but actually complaining is a viral misery. It's not a spreading sunshine and lightness in the world. Excuses. We have the most guys, maybe when I've been these guys, some people have a breakthrough. They just pass into the everyday else. Everyday else is I don't take responsibility for their actions. And guys, and against that, help to listen somebody who is being like that. Penultimate, the 6 of 7 days is a broderie. Some exaggerations is the it demands of language actually. Sometimes, for example, I see some things that realize that awesome. What to do is eat laughter. You know, and the same of courses. In the same of course. these exaggerations become lying, and we don't want to listen to people we know are lying to us. And finally, dogmatism, that confusing a fact with opinions. When the two things of conflating, you are listening into the wind. You know, somebody is bombarding you with their opinions as they are where is true. It is that difficult to listen to that. So here they are, the seven deadly sins of speaking. These are things that I think we need to avoid, but this is the positive ways to speak about, to think about this. Yes, there is. I like to suggest that are the four really powerful sometimes so foundations that we can stand on. If we want to speak, to speech, to be powerful and to make change in the world. Fortunately, this is a spill wheel. I'm not talking about the stuff, the fools from the sky hit you on the head. I'm talking about the definition to greet our acclaim as statistically, and how I think where the will be recovered is to understand on these four things. So that though these stand for, see, I can suggest that honesty, of course, being true in what you say, being straight and clear, and the A is authenticity, just being yourself, and E, front of mind, describe it. It is a standing in your own truth on mind, which is, I think, is a lovely ways to put it. The I is integrity, being your word, actually doing what you say, and being somebody people can trust. And the L is love. I don't mean romantic love, but I don't mean wasting people will. For two reasons. First of all, I think absolute honesty may not be mourning, perhaps that the necessary tempered love, of course. Honesty is a great thing, but but also if you really wasting somebody will, it's a very hard to judge them of the same time. I'm not even sure you do those two things seem use so here. Being your word, actually doing what you say, and being somebody people can trust. And it is love. I don't mean romantic love, but I don't mean wasting people will or do what you want to say. Also now that we say it is the old song is the what you say. It also the way that you see it. You have an amazing toolbox. Toolbox. This as an instrument is the incredible. It is this the I like to have a little image that is you have. You know, I just put few tools out that you made like the take away and play with, which is increase the power of your speaking. Register, for example, now, false to register may not very useful most of the time. But there are register in between. I'm not going to get very technical about this for any of you who are voice coaches. You can locate your voice, how to see it down and in many throat, which is the most of us speak and the most of the time. But if you want, wait, you need go down to the cheese, and you hear the difference with the both associate deep with power and authority that registers. Then we have timbre. It a very your voice feels again. That research shown that we prefer voices which are rich, smooth, warm, like hot chocolate. Well, I cannot do that, not in the world, because you can train, you can and kid voice coach. And there are amazing things that you can do with breathing. We postures and exercises to do improve a timbre of your voice. Then as a prosody, I love prosody. This is the sing song that meta language that we use in order to improve meaning, root and one of meaning conversations. People speak all you have any prosody at all. That with the word monophonic comes from or monotonous, monotones. Also we have repetitive. Rhapsodies na coming on, and what every sentence ends as the it is a questions what is actually not questions is a statement. Laughter. Laughter is just repeat that one is actually restricting your ability to communicate through prosody, which is I think is the same solid I try and speak break that habit. Peace. I can get very excited by seeing something really quickly or can slow right down to emphasize. And at the end of that, of course, is our old friend's silence. There's nothing wrong with beat and silence in a talk. It's there. We don't have to feel with I has it can be very powerful. Of course, Pith often gas along with pitch to indicate Rosa. But you can't do it just with pitch. Where did you leave my case? Where did you leave my case? So slightly different meaning of those two delivers. And finally with volume, I can really excited but using volume. Sorry about that it has started anybody or I can have you really pay attention but getting it's very quiet. Sometimes people broadcasting and the whole time. Try do not that. Try do that a call soundcasting. Laughter. Imposing yourselves of people around you carelessly and coincidentally not nice. Of course, this is a come into play, but of course, it is when you got something really important to do. It might it be proposing marriage as the rise, a wedding speech, whatever it is a really important you on into yourself to look at the toolbox and the engines that is going to work on. And no engines work well without being warmed up and warm up your voice. Actually, let me show you how to do that. Would you like or like to stand up for a moment? I'm going to show you the 6 vocal warm up of exercise that I do before everything I ever do. Anytime you are going to talk to anybody important, do this like one more time. Very good. Now we're going to warm up our lips and we are going to ba 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 ba. Very good. And now, just like when you were a kid, brr, now your lips start becoming alive. We're going to do the thumb next is exaggerated. La, 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 la. Beautiful. We are getting really good at at the at this, and then roll up the. I like to champagnes for the time finally, and I can only to do what to prove is a call this time. So it's a really good. At the start, we will goes to all the we is a high, the I is a low. See you go. We fan, fantastic. Give yourself and a round of applause. Take a seat. Thank you. Next time you speak, to do is advance. Not you may just put on your contents to close in your serious point here. This is the word of the now, right? We speak we very well to people, and a simple and listens is the environment that all about noise and acoustic. I have would be like if you want to speak powerful to reach we will actually fit the purpose. I would like if we were speaking powerful people. We were listening curiously, and environments largest. What youth, the word being a word cheating sounds, curiously and consuming sound, curiously and designing all our environment curiously for sound that would be worth that those sound beautiful, and one where understanding would be the norm. And that is the idea worm spreading. Thank you.